Alright, so round 2. Okay, so you're moving in a little bit early there. You should be doing puffballs. There you go. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. Alright, let's rewind this a little bit. Let's examine your neutral game. Alright, number 1, we got that straight puff there. We don't want straight puffs. Alright, that's a good high jump. Okay, that puff right there, a little too high. See how it gets nullified right away? Yeah, you don't want that. Alright, that 60A, pretty decent. It didn't hit him, but that's fine. It's a decent 60A. So the teleport, basically when you see that animation, you'll be like, oh, either it's a misinput or he's trying to teleport out of the corner. So you should just, walk right around here, and no matter what he does, you'll be in a fine spot, because if he teleports out of the corner, you're going to be in his face. If he teleports in place, you're going to be in the spot to do a TK puffball. So either way, it's fine. Basically, IAMP has certain option selects, but they're not like option selects as to, how do I beat this on wake up? They're not like Street Fighter 4 option selects where you can say, oh, I'm going to jump in and it's going to be a deep roundhouse, and if you do a DP, I'm going to block and nothing will come out. Or if you do a reversal that has invincibility, I'm going to do this other move that also has invincibility that's going to win. It's not that kind of retardation. It's not that kind of option select. But IAMP has like option select block strings, option select situations. This is one of these option select situations where basically, no matter what the opponent does, you're still going to be in a good spot. And the best players in IAMP are the ones that can utilize all of these option select situations. They can recognize all of them. So it's really, really hard to ever have an advantageous situation over them, because they're just not putting themselves in a position where they can be taken advantage of. Alrighty, so let's keep going here. Let me sip some tea. It's a honey vanilla chamomile tea. It's very, very relaxing. There's no caffeine in it. That's probably why it's relaxing. Alright, continuing on. So yeah, see, if you teleport, he teleports. If you put yourself right here, right there, you'd be pretty much right in his face. I mean, you're a little bit farther off, but that extra space can make a difference. So, anyways, you're in his face now. He dashes out. Alright, that should have been a puff right there, not a jump 2C. Okay, good walkbacks, good patience. You're going for the 68 a little bit too much. I mean, he's not really putting himself in positions where that 68 is going to connect. Like right there, you should have done the 68, but you didn't. So it's like, okay, Sakuya's in the air. She's turned around. The only thing she's going to do is jump 623 or land. The 68 is going to be both of those. So right there, what you should have done. Alright, you should have just walked forward, not dash like you did. Just walk forward and then just max range 60A, and whatever the fuck she did, it would have knocked her ass down. And then once you get the knockdown, you throw the pit, you get your Oki going, blah blah blah. None of that happened. So that's one point that you basically needed to improve on that. Going for the high jump 9, jump B, not safe in that situation because of Sakuya's 623. For pretty much any other character besides Sakuya and maybe Suika, you can, or maybe Yomu, you can probably just, high jump 9, jump B, re-jump B, jump B. Oh, now you're in the corner, I'm going to guard break you. And then you're going to take 4,000 damage. The reason I mentioned Suika and Yomu is because of the jump A, not because the jump A is fast. Especially Suika's jump A is like 9 frames, not especially fast, but it's because of the 1 frame turnaround glitch. Because both of those moves have very, very long active times, so when you try to hit somebody from behind when their move is active, they turn around to 1 frame, and then you get a trade, which is not what you want. So anyway, 68 would have done the trick here, you don't do it, and now you're back to neutral. Okay. So you're throwing more straight puffs, and that was a down puff, that's good. Alright, bit. Cross up jump A, right? Okay, so going back there, hit right there. You should have done a jump A, not a jump B. Now you're probably wondering, well, it made him block either way. It doesn't make a difference, right? Well, the reason is if he had done something on wake up like high jump or backdash, the jump B would have just counter hit him, but the jump A would have been a counter hit with the ground slam. obviously, at this particular range, Marisa can, take a little bit, step back, and just high jump 9, jump E, 4,000 damage. So these are the kind of situations you have to recognize. You'll be like, okay, for this particular situation, I want to use this move because if this happens, I can get this out of it. So you're just not optimizing your move usage. Now, he didn't actually get hit by it, which is fine. I'm just saying that in the future, if you want to improve your game, you play against better players, moments like these are very critical because if he had gotten counter hit by it, you just kind of threw away 4,000 damage. That's a huge chunk of the life bar, and you can't afford to throw away that kind of damage with Marisa. Alright, so more puffs are needed here. That puff's way too high. Okay. Okay, so he high jumps out. Guard break. Here we go. Finish your combos. Okay. Alright, that was a pit misinput. That's okay. It happens to everybody. Alright, so that cross-up jump A. Good stuff. Alright, so he pushed a button right there. So now... Alright, so he pushed a button. This is where Marisa's block screens get really scary because it's an option select. You don't have to, hit confirm into the charge 5C. You can just do it. So now, combo. That should have been a full jump E loop, and that should have been the round. Oh, somebody's calling me. Go away. Alright, so yeah, that should have been the round, but it wasn't. Okay, so really, really risky normal jumping right there. Basically, what could have happened was, you could have just jumped back right here, do jump 2C, and Sakuya basically has to, commit to a jump 6-2-3, which is going to get her killed on landing, or she has to block the jump 2C, which is going to get her killed because you're going to guard break. So yeah, that didn't happen. That's cool. You get hit by the jump E. Hold on. Alright, so he declares. Hit, get him back. Decent bomb. Alright, just high jump 8 or just block, whatever you want. That's fine. You didn't have to bomb that. Yeah, right there, I would have just kept blocking because, number one, Sakuya has no bomb, so if you reverse the momentum on her, she has to take whatever you're dishing out, and she's low on spirit, and you pretty much got full spirit. No real reason to bomb there. So yeah, that's kind of a waste. I don't agree with that decision. I know what you're trying to do with the beams right there. You should have thrown the pits instead. Now let me go back. Alright, so right here, this is another example of what I call the option select situation. Right there, all I have to do is just throw a B pit, which would have landed right here. So B pit basically, it wouldn't have touched her necessarily. It might have fallen a little bit short, but basically, if she techs forward, you're in her face. If she stays there, she's like, oh, B pit. Well, I can go this way, or I can go this way, or I can, dash through it, block it, and I still be stuck in the corner. So, no matter what movement option she takes, if she had thrown the B pit out, the worst thing that could have happened was she goes up here and throws like a jump 2C or jump B or jump C. In that situation, you would just come back here or come down here and throw a puffball, and that would have nullified the C attacks, made her waste spirit. Yeah, basically the laser. I know you're trying to go for the guard crush. It wouldn't have dealt enough spirit damage anyways because the laser only deals like 5% or something shitty. And also you mistimed it, but even so, you can still wake up grace it. So yeah, basically just not a good idea. So you're trying for the laser there, trying to tag him out of time stop, doesn't work. Alright, let's just analyze how bullshit this is. In slow motion, okay. So, time stop stops, you dash forward, you do instant air back dash. Probably could have pressed jump A right there, wouldn't have come out in time, but jump B would have. But yeah, that was a pretty fancy way of avoiding the time stop. It was completely unnecessary because in that situation, because you moved yourself so much, you could have gotten hit out of that. Basically, all Sakuya had to do was press 5A, and then she can hit confirm the hit stop into jump A loop. Okay, risky 3DB. You're basically just trying to fish out the time stops. Alright. So yeah, that was pretty smart for Pip to go behind. He grazed the explosion. But yeah, basically whenever you see time stop ready, just have a puff close to you. If you have a puff close to you, that pretty much guarantees Sakuya cannot do anything because it's going to explode. So yeah, that's how you counter time stop with Marisa. So yeah, a little bit of bad spacing on your part. Going back, let's take a look. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, you air dashed again. That's why you got hit. Didn't have to air dash. You could have just blocked that. And the thing is, you were turned around. So because you were turned around, you wouldn't have been able to do anything. If it was air to air, Sakuya to Marisa, you could have pressed jump B, and it would actually beat Sakuya because her jump A comes out too slow. But yeah, you were turned around, so in that situation, eating the hit probably the best thing you could have done, unfortunately. Pretty decent conversion there from Pip. Unfortunately, he's out of time stops, and yeah, with these life totals and with the super that you picked, if you play your cards right, this should be your round. Okay, so alright, so this is good neutral movement right here. Just staying in range, or out of range of Sakuya's movements. Alright, right here. Basically, right here, you backdash. You want to do jump up or jump back. You don't want to do jump forward. You didn't have reason to jump forward in that situation with Sakuya that close, because she could have pressed jump A right there and, you know, possibly tagged you. So right here, you air backdash. You try to throw a puff, and I would have air backdashed that puff because that would have put the puff in front of you. And that would have put Pip right in the way of the puff. But instead, you move forward and you leave yourself open. And that's exactly what happens. You get hit.
Eye contact email marketing helps small
Okay, jump A, that's fine. Alright, good capitalization. Okay, that's fine.
And then use the eye contact dashboard to see which ones get results.
You move forward right there.
And keep doing it.
You should have thrown a puff. Just backed off, thrown a puff. But you move forward, because once again you're putting yourself in range of Sakuya's jump C and jump A right there. So yeah, this is the kind of mistake you cannot afford to make against Sakuya. It's especially like it's bad in a lot of matchups. It's bad against Romelia. It's bad against Yomu. It's really bad against Sakuya because this area right here is actually her strongest area of coverage. So you're pretty much just putting yourself right in her optimal range. Bad idea. So he's fishing for that 3DA. He should just come down with the jump A on his ass. I would have knocked him down. Alright, declare. There you go. Alright, so now we know how this spell card works. You just be looking for a spot to set it up. Alright, this is not a good time. This is not a good time. This is not a good time. Dying. Alright, good time. A little bit late there, but it's okay. So now you notice your spirit usage. You actually don't. Okay, now you have enough. One of the more common mistakes with Marisa is, okay, I got a Ruri set up. I gotta use it as soon as possible, and then they're like, oh shit, yeah, I spirit drained myself. Fuck. Yeah, you don't do that, which is good. Once again, you're throwing your puffs too high. Okay, good movement forward there. All right, bar A. Okay. So now here comes the mix-ups. You're baiting the bombs. That's good. Stagger pressure. Okay, he blocks all of it. That's fine. He has no life left. All you gotta do is just tap him. Okay, make him waste his bombs. That's cool. That's fine. Make him waste the bombs. Just hit him, tap him once, and you're good. Alright, you're protecting the puff. That's good. Just throw puffs out. Wait for something to hit him. Just wait for something to hit him. Oh, you gotta stop getting tagged, man. Alright, low on spirit. Just throw puffs. Throw puffs. Keep throwing puffs. Don't O-bomb. Oh yeah, no O-bombs anyways. Alright, no, that was a bad gamble. Yeah, that was unnecessary. Probably should have just done high jump 8. Would have been fine. Yeah, if he had hit you, that pretty much would have been over. Alright, throw more puffs, more puffs, more puffs. There you go. Good stuff.